There are still secrets in this universe that you don't know. The mysteries hidden in the Voynich Manuscript, and the truth it holds. How was humanity created? The process of evolution and the hints for the future are depicted. A journey to explore the path of consciousness expansion and soul growth. The Voynich Manuscript tells the unknown history and future of us. Would you like to take a glimpse of it too?
Mystery Hunter, Hand Kun.
Hello, I'm Hand Kun.
And I'm Kotaro.
This time, we'll continue uncovering the secrets of the Voynich Manuscript.
In the first part, we explained how humanoids without will or emotions were given human bodily functions and how energy from the stars was infused to give them human self-awareness.
Right. The contents of the Voynich Manuscript depict how humans were created. It suggests that humanity was created in the seventh dimension and then brought to Earth. This means humans didn't naturally evolve from a microorganism. This aligned with the idea that Darwin's theory of evolution is incomplete.
That's why there are no fossils of transitional human evolution stages.
Considering that humans are the only life forms on Earth with such advanced functions, this theory is quite convincing.
So where do we start this time?
This time, we'll explore the most mysterious and impactful chapter of the Voynich Manuscript, the one with sketches of strange humans seemingly bathing.
For those who haven't seen the first video, we recommend watching it first. The link is in the description.
Enhancing individuality using plants. This area is where women who have completed the installation of the ego system, as introduced in the previous video, proceed. Using will. The umbrella-like structure visible at the top of this page is the celestial map explained in the previous video. This is a place where one learns to use willpower. The women enter successive baths of plant extracts. Previously still, they now begin to move on their own. Some are seen floating or entering from the side. Storage areas for the extract exist both above and below, and they can go anywhere. This place resembles a large communal bath, where everyone interacts using their bodies and will. They are conscious of and learning about themselves, their bodies, and their relationships. Each individual thinks, acts, learns from their experiences, and grows. Their movements are still clumsy, and they remain here until they can move smoothly. The pace of progress varies for each person. Ronaldo observes and records, remarking, such peculiar movements. Is this how humans begin? Manifestation of basic personality. Those who have completed the previous stage move to this area. Two celestial maps are connected by plants, receiving the energy of the stars. The left celestial map integrates the energy of the multidimensional universe, while the right one integrates the energy of human life. This fusion allows humans to possess multidimensional consciousness on Earth. This combined energy is sent to the brain, implying that humans inherently have the power to connect with the multidimensional universe. Upon completion, they move to the bathtub below. Relaxation stage. Here, individuals immerse themselves in an extract resembling Earth's oceans, learning to relax both body and mind. From this stage, each person begins to exhibit their unique personality and starts moving differently. Enhancing individuality 1. Here, the women receive particles that stimulate curiosity. 5 tubes extend from the plant above, each representing a different state of curiosity. The text describes these processes and includes Ronaldo's reflections, such as, "Is this the truth of human creation?" and "What would happen if I also got involved?" However, it is noted that Ronaldo lacked the courage to actually take action. Cognition. At the top of this page, the energy created from the celestial map above the woman's head is cognition. Until now, the women simply followed instructions without awareness of their consciousness or actions. Here, for the first time, awareness begins to emerge. The cross she holds is the prototype of the Ankh. The Ankh, used in ancient Egypt, symbolizes new vitality. Thoth, the one explaining this book, was the first to imbue this new vitality energy into the cross and bestow it upon humans in ancient Egypt. By adding a loop on top of the cross, it maintained a healthy body, strength, and longevity. The woman here gains increased vitality by holding the cross. The woman who gained cognition above moves to the next area. She lies down and communicates to all the cells in her body what humans are conscious of. In her left hand is the Ankh's loop, which harmonizes the energy within her body. At the very bottom, in green sap, are representations of Earth's creatures such as reptiles, fish, birds, and mammals. Here, humans recognize other species. This woman, by adopting the consciousness of a fish, attempts to enter its fins. If this state is prolonged, she would become a mermaid. In ancient times, beings like mermaids and centaurs from Greek mythology existed on Earth, though this was so ancient that no fossils remain. Check and correction. This is the area for checking and correcting. The women are made to act, and any issues are checked. The women at the top are being checked to see if their personalities and actions align correctly. The woman on the right, with a self-assertive personality, is showing off a man she likes to everyone. The text explains each individual's personality. The woman below is correcting any issues. The upper part of this page is the area for developing basic communication skills, while the middle section is where one gains the ability to dream under the influence of stars. People dream every night, influenced by the stars. The specific stars influencing an individual are determined by their personal vibrations. These entities have designed it so that through dreams, people follow the path of awakening and evolution, as growth is limited by waking consciousness alone. Specific stars, defined by the natal chart and the basic celestial map, indicate the growth points an individual should face through their dreams. The lower part is the area for clarifying individuality. Here is where humans receive the energy that allows them to recognize life markers when they feel stuck in life. Afterward, they move to the lower bathtub to form connections with others. The bathtub further below is where these new consciousnesses are solidified. Here, humans are infused with anxiety and fear. They experience negative emotions such as anger, doubt, and confusion, and must learn to distance themselves from these states by cultivating the seeds of love and harmony already embedded within them. If they fail to do this, they will continue to seek the causes of their anger and fear externally and will end their lives in this state. Originally, multiple humans were sent down to Earth. The souls inhabiting those bodies were of a higher order than present-day humanity, and did not require the experience of fear and anxiety encountered in this realm. The early humans had a mission to create a paradise on Earth as beings of light. However, their descendants needed to evolve, which necessitated experiencing negative emotions and overcoming them. Through the processes in the bathtubs up to this point, all humanoid aspects are eliminated, and true humans are created.
So humans were created through a pretty long process like this. I thought the bathing chapter would be more fun, but it turns out they were learning tough lessons, like overcoming fear and negative emotions.
The human blueprints in the Voynich Manuscript might be for the original humans, so they might differ from modern humans. However, it's likely that modern humans also have many functions they are supposed to have but can't remember or use properly.
Can those parts be remembered or restored?
Source says on this page that although these abilities are currently lost and confused, they can be regained by raising one's spiritual level.
So by raising our spiritual level, we could use telepathy, find our path, and overcome fear and anxiety.
Exactly. Otherwise, there would be no point in giving us a detailed explanation of these functions if they were unusable. Next, we'll move on to the largest double-page spread in the Voynich Manuscript.
The mandala of the multidimensional universe. Here, I will describe the geometric pattern written on a large folded page. The design radiating from the center represents a mandala. A mandala is a symmetrical figure symbolizing the universe or spiritual concepts, primarily used in Buddhism and Hinduism for meditation and rituals. Starting from the top left and moving clockwise. Spaceship and plants. This represents a spaceship made from plants. Higher dimensional intelligent beings in the multiverse operate it through their consciousness. This spaceship can transform into either antimatter or matter depending on its destination, and the beings controlling it can alter it with their consciousness. Underground world of femininity. This represents the archetype of the underground world of a planet. Many stars in the multiverse have underground worlds where life forms exist. This archetype is created by the feminine principle and splits when the masculine principle is introduced. Thoth says that the content of the writing here cannot be revealed. The section connected to the lower circle, depicted with small round tubes, links to the lower illustration and conveys information about this area. The plants of the spaceship and the plants of the underground world are interconnected, enabling communication between the plants. This signifies that the life forms within the spaceship and those in the underground world frequently communicate with each other. Earth as a plant. This represents the Earth. The circle with many stars depicts the Earth's interior. The energy of the mantra emitted by seventh-dimensional beings spirals inward from the outside, continuously supplying the Earth with vibrations of balance, life maintenance, and light. If this mantra energy becomes ineffective, the Earth will wither. The causes of this energy becoming ineffective are human negative energy and environmental destruction. This mantra energy enters the Earth at only one location, from Africa. Additionally, the wavy lines drawn from the upper left to the lower right outside the star shape represent ocean waves. To the left, there is a castle-like building where seventh-dimensional beings observe, manage, and protect the Earth. This center is also connected to the underground world, and the small house below acts as a branch office of the center, existing to maintain Earth's balance. In the lower left, the striped, open-mouthed mountain-like section represents the part of Earth that speaks. This speech is communicated to life forms other than humans, to the underground world, and to beings of the multidimensional universe. Ancient humans could hear this. The Earth frequently speaks words of joy, and humans who focus on joy and speak joyful words can connect with the Earth. When the Earth weakens, the frequency of this voice decreases. Humans can receive certain vibrations when their souls are clear, which sound like a mantra. Regardless of whether humans are conscious of it or not, the heart emits human vibrations with each beat, connecting to the multidimensional universe. The energy of femininity across multiple dimensions. This plant generates the energy of femininity in a multidimensional universe, possessing qualities such as receiving, retaining, loving, and nurturing. There are several of these plants in the multidimensional universe, and when beings, including humans, emit feminine energy, it accumulates and eventually leads to the birth of a new plant. Connection with multiversal life forms. This plant acts as a cosmic station connecting life forms living in a multidimensional universe, from lower to higher dimensions. Life forms visiting this station enter through a central square hall. Moving further inside, they reach the area where these beings stay. Here, they observe Earth and interact with Earthlings. Endlessly perpetuated prosperity of descendants. This plant represents the mechanism of procreating descendants from ancient times to the future. The flower is divided into 7 parts, with this number signifying balance with higher dimensions. In the continuous process of progeny, higher dimensional energy is infused in a balanced manner. The collective dream of human reality, created by collective consciousness. This plant influences all planets inhabited by beings aiming for the growth of the soul. Using Earth as an example, humans live in a world called reality, but this reality is said to be a collective dream created by this plant. In this collective dream, people grow, awaken, and evolve. Upon full awakening, they realize that the world they thought was reality is actually a collective dream. While their physical bodies continue to live within this collective dream, their consciousness can live in the true reality of the higher spiritual world. The irregularly shaped objects surrounding this plant each represent a different reality within the collective dream. For example, people experience the collective dream based on various themes such as war, work, health, art, and religion. There are also numerous smaller collective dreams, such as economic insecurity, the pursuit of success and wealth, and confusion in lower forms of love. These are individual illusions created by people within the larger collective dream called reality. Humans living within the collective dream can escape these illusions through awareness and learning. However, many people fail to achieve this awareness and remain trapped in a single dream. As consciousness levels rise, people's values change, emphasizing evolution, harmony, and love. This shift reduces the number of collective dreams, and the quality of the collective dream called reality also changes. Ultimately, this dream itself will vanish. The energy of masculinity across multiple dimensions. This plant generates masculine energy across multiple dimensions, with the surrounding characters indicating different types of masculine energy. Examples include assertiveness, cutting, dividing, outward-focused awareness, good and evil, superiority and inferiority, and other forms of dualistic thinking as fundamental aspects. Completion. The central plant unifies the surrounding 8 circles, symbolizing the completion of multidimensional universe creation. It represents the creation, evolution, decline, and disappearance of the universe. At the center is a mantra essential for the functioning of all universes, though Thoth cannot reveal its content. This concludes the explanation of the mandala in the Voynich Manuscript. Humans currently live on Earth within this diagram. Beyond this diagram, many more circles exist, creating clusters that form the multidimensional universe space, akin to cellular division. This process is called the evolution of the universe.
This mandala's detailing is amazing. It's intricate, with all sorts of characters and buildings drawn in fine detail. It must have taken a long time to create. Even if it was just a whimsical doodle, considering the energy spent on it, it's still an incredible feat.
Sure, there are still people who claim it's a prank, but I feel some kind of aura in this mandala.
It's placed in the center of the manuscript, spread out over 2 pages, so it might have been the page that the author most wanted to show.
Thoth says this mandala represents the universe we are in right now. He can't explain the meaning of the mantras written on it, but this page likely contains very important information.
But Thoth said he's revealing the content of this book now because the time has come. Why not tell us everything?
Maybe we are not ready to know everything yet. Human consciousness is just beginning to expand, but that expansion might still be incomplete. We might need to reach a higher level to understand it all.
True, humans have grown over time, but we are still fighting, deceiving, and stealing from each other. There's still a lot of room for growth.
The most surprising part of this mandala is the idea that our reality is a collective dream. We are all in the same dream together, learning and gaining awareness to wake up from it. This connects to the Buddhist concept that we come to the physical world from the spiritual world to learn and grow.
This collective dream might be like a virtual reality world, similar to the movie The Matrix. Again, the necessity for soul growth is emphasized here. It's often said that humanity's theme, our purpose in life, is to learn, grow, and become aware.
And next is the final chapter, the section on plant roots.
It looks like a manual for mixing medicines.
Actually, this section isn't about mixing medicines. It's about creating humans, animals, and the Earth's system using roots. There's a vast amount of information, so I can't explain it all, but I'll introduce the important parts.
Creation using roots and plants. The roots creating races. Here, the concept of roots is discussed. Since there is no direct way to express this in human language, the term roots is used for explanation. The 3 container-like objects shown on the left represent plants involved in the formation of human races. The roots next to each represent the materials that combine to form these races. The topmost root forms the Caucasian race, comprising plants that affect blood, mitochondria, and specific brain cells. These influence not only the skeleton, skin, and eye color but also the sensory perception and brain usage unique to each race. The central root relates to the Asian race, formed from materials that manifest in blood, nerve cells, and the heart. Like the Caucasian race, it affects the skeleton and skin color but is particularly characterized by a focus on the heart, making it more heart-oriented compared to the brain-centric Caucasian race. The bottom root is connected to the brown races of the Middle East and Latin America, comprising materials that manifest in blood and skin cells. This makes it easier to receive the Earth's energy, express inner feelings physically, and exhibit more action-oriented behavior. The upper root represents the brown races living in South Asia, such as in India. Specifically, the race living in India is formed by roots characterized by their effects on the blood, intestines, and specific brain cells. This enhances their awareness of spirituality and inclines them to focus more on their inner world than the external world, making them less talkative compared to other races. The middle root symbolizes the race adapted to extremely cold environments. Roots that affect their blood, pelvis, and lungs are used, enabling them to accumulate a large amount of life energy. Their consciousness is directed towards their own mind and body, prioritizing the smooth flow of energy. The lower root represents the black races living in Africa. They are formed by roots that influence the blood, spine, and stomach. This facilitates the movement of natural energy from the coccyx through the spine to the head, from where it is released. They possess the ability to feel this energy circulation through their bodies. In addition to these, many other races have been created. There are various races living on extraterrestrial planets, but few planets have such a diverse coexistence of races as Earth. There are three intentions behind the creation of diverse races on Earth. 1. The first intention is to clarify the path and growth process toward higher existence. For example, the white race is given the purpose of growing through thought and aiming for higher dimensions. 2. The second intention is to harmonize the vibrations emitted by different races, so that the Earth's vibrations align with those of other stars. 3. The third intention is to achieve harmony with living beings coexisting with nature. The souls inhabiting these bodies grow by utilizing their unique characteristics. Bodies and consciousness of living beings. The plants and roots depicted here represent various animals. In order, they symbolize a cat, snake, boar, monkey, gorilla, squirrel, turtle, hippo, and finally, a whale. These three roots form the body and consciousness of these animals. The whale's soul is a higher existence with the mission of bringing harmony to Earth. Without whales on Earth, even if human bodies hosted souls, the harmony between mind, body, and soul might not be maintained, potentially leaving them as emotionless shells. The whales currently present on Earth remain aware of their mission. The lack of uniformity in the types of animals depicted is because Ronaldo selected only those roots that particularly interested him from among countless options. All living beings are created from plants in this manner. Fairies. These represent the fairies that inhabit mountains and forests. Mountains and forests are home to spirits and fairies that emit special particles, adjusting the surrounding vibrations. These vibrations connect with the Earth's consciousness, bringing love and tranquility to humans visiting these places. Fairies coexist with plants on Earth, so if the mountains and forests disappear, the fairies will also vanish. Clouds. This represents clouds, which harbor a specific consciousness. This consciousness contains the directive vibration of surrender to what is. Ancient humans knew that clouds possessed this consciousness and used it for rain-making rituals. Higher beings also use this consciousness to cleanse the earth by bringing rain. Giant trees. This depicts plants that create giant trees. In ancient times, Earth was home to giant trees that spanned several kilometers, seemingly reaching the heavens. Today, these giant trees have been cut down and have disappeared, with the remaining stumps being referred to as mountains. Back then, giant trees served as pathways to the celestial realms, connecting with higher dimensions and allowing higher beings and humans to travel between Earth and the heavens, thus contributing to the harmony and evolution of the universe. Additionally, these giant trees played a vital role in Earth's respiration. During that era, Earth was a young planet, frequently experiencing land shifts and uplifts. The roots of the giant trees stabilize the land and help to sublimate the internal energies of the earth. Observation system of plants. This plant creates an observation system. All plants observe other plants, insects, birds, animals, humans, bacteria, and microorganisms, transmitting this information to higher dimensions. Through this system, higher beings understand the distribution, numbers, and biological changes of living creatures. Tree rings not only record weather changes but also all events occurring on the ground. This allows higher beings to know everything from human thoughts, emotions, and actions to collective consciousness. Mermaids. On the left are 4 roots, with the topmost root being the one that creates mermaids. Mermaids still exist today and are similar in size to humans but possess higher intelligence. They communicate with voices similar to dolphins and whales. They primarily inhabit the deep sea, acting as guardians of Earth and humanity. These mermaids are created by roots that incorporate fish-like features into humanoids, imbued with higher consciousness. Consciousness of the little people. The final root creates the consciousness of the little people. These beings primarily reside in mountains and forests where humans cannot reach. Although mammals, they possess the ability to transform their bodies between matter and antimatter. Their level of consciousness is higher than that of humans, and they live peacefully. They have a particularly strong sense of camaraderie and do not favor conflict. This consciousness influences and enhances the sense of camaraderie that humans are inherently supposed to possess. Giants. The upper root is for creating Bigfoot or giants. They live with their families and companions in jungles or snowy mountains where humans cannot easily reach. They are mammals with gentle and quiet personalities. This gentle consciousness spreads across the earth, influencing the consciousness of various creatures. Humans sometimes forget the inherent kindness within them, but certain stimuli can help them regain it. Like the previously mentioned strictness and camaraderie, kindness is also an inherent trait in humans, but without the vibrational influence of these beings, human reactions can become dull even when stimulated. Lower dimensional beings. The upper root is for creating beings of lower dimensions, dominated by darkness. Their consciousness focuses on play, learning, and self-inflicted pain. This lower dimension is also a part of the multidimensional universe. Humans inherently possess feelings of self-blame. Those trapped in self-blame can easily lose their internal balance and become ensnared by these lower dimensional consciousnesses. However, as they grow, it becomes easier to escape the influence of these lower dimensional beings. Volcanic system. The red and navy roots on the left of this page create the volcanic system and its consciousness. Eruptions occur not only through the physical processes explained by modern science but also under the influence of various consciousnesses. Spiritual beings inhabit mountains but not volcanoes. While mountains and volcanoes themselves lack consciousness, human collective consciousness, particularly anger, resentment, fear, and sorrow, accumulates in the magma. Eruptions happen when these emotions reach a certain threshold, and the positions of other stars and the moon align in specific configurations. Regardless of light or dark, eruptions are triggered by commands from higher beings. These red and navy roots are responsible for creating this system. Underground city system. The white and navy roots on the upper left and middle of this page create the system for an underground city. This underground city is inhabited by extraterrestrials with high consciousness and exists as several small, simple colonies within the Earth's interior. Despite the absence of a central sun, the environment is rich, with plants and animals, and features an advanced civilization. These extraterrestrials are made of antimatter and do not require food, living daily lives similar to humans. Earth is their planet as well. Rock Mountain System. The white root at the very bottom creates a defense system established in medium-sized rocky mountains on Earth. The purpose of this system is to protect Earth from extraterrestrials attempting to invade, impersonate humans, or abduct humans without permission. While such intrusions have already occurred, this system provides a level of defense against them. Orca. The section below pertains to the role of orcas. Earth is governed by bipolar energy, and when human collective consciousness reaches one extreme, it swings back to the opposite extreme, akin to a pendulum. However, if excessive force drives it to one extreme, the pendulum can be thrown off balance and not return. This phenomenon extends beyond the pendulum. The system where energy moves evenly from one side to the other is regulated by the consciousness of Orcus. When one extreme is reached, the principle that it must inevitably swing to the opposite applies not only to historical events but also to individual minds and lives. Programs for megaliths. These roots install programs into megaliths around the world. These programs perform energy purification, accumulation, and circulation. Depending on their placement, arrangement, and combinations, megaliths can function as large purification devices, energy accumulation devices, or circulation devices. If humans build unnecessary structures, cut down the megaliths, or alter their positions in these special locations, the megalith's effects are lost. Dinosaurs. The roots depicted at the top of this illustration create the bodies and consciousness of dinosaurs. All the diverse species of dinosaurs were created in the seventh dimension. This root represents the Tyrannosaurus, whose consciousness is focused on surviving competition and producing offspring. The creation of dinosaurs was part of an experiment conducted by beings from this dimension. In ancient times, while dolphins and whales existed in the seas, it was unknown what kind of land creatures would evolve and adapt while advancing their souls. Therefore, as an experiment, dinosaurs were the first to be created. However, dinosaurs struggled to adapt to environmental changes, and it became clear that Earth, a planet of love, was not suitable for awakening the soul's consciousness in dinosaur bodies. Consequently, the plan to allow dinosaurs to thrive on Earth was abandoned. Higher beings then decided to send a meteor to cause the extinction of the dinosaurs. Fetal process. This page concerns the fetal process. It is said that a fetus traces 3 billion years of evolutionary history before birth. It grows in forms resembling fish, amphibians, reptiles, and mammals, though humans originally did not evolve this way. Beings from this dimension combined their genes with those of terrestrial apes to create humanoids and then integrated necessary systems into these humanoids to create humans. There was a time when apes, humanoids, and humans coexisted on Earth, but the terrestrial apes did not evolve and eventually went extinct. Humans were the first created in this dimension, followed by fish, amphibians, reptiles, and mammals. Dinosaurs were created simultaneously in a separate realm, and after the failure of the dinosaur experiment and the stabilization of the adaptability of living beings post-Ice Age, the necessary functions for humans were identified and programmed into the fetal process. This is not evolution but programming. The evolution theory discovered by modern humans is somewhat correct but does not apply to humanity.
So everything in the universe, from humans and animals to mountains, minerals, and even aliens, is made from plants and roots.
Yes, this chapter is their blueprint.
This confirms everything you hear in urban legends about underground cities, aliens, giants, megalithic civilizations, and antimatter beings.
Right. It even says mermaids, dwarf, and fairies still exist today.
The new theory on dinosaur extinction is shocking. They were created experimentally and allowed to thrive, but since they couldn't cultivate love and showed no prospect for evolution, they were wiped out with a meteor. That's terrifying. Does this mean that if humans fail to understand love and show no prospect for evolution, we might face extinction too?
Theoretically, yes. The goal of higher beings is to foster growth, and they are working towards that purpose. They might not wipe us out immediately and will likely make efforts to help, but if it's deemed impossible, humanity might follow the same path as the dinosaurs. Many world legends mention Earth being reset multiple times, and it seems to happen when there are no more prospect for growth or evolution.
Sometimes I wonder even higher dimensional beings make mistakes. There are things they can't know without experimenting.
It seems so. The dinosaur story is a pretty massive failure. You'd think they'd realize it sooner.
Maybe humanity is still part of an ongoing experiment. Could they be collecting data from us for the next species they'll create? Throughout this book, Thoth mentions things he can't teach or that we don't need to know, which might include when they'll end the current human experiment or how they'll make us extinct.
That's possible. Even seventh-dimensional beings aren't perfect. From our perspective, they might seem godlike, but they might also be fumbling through their growth and evolution.
If they stop evolving or growing, maybe they'll be erased by an even higher existence. That might be why Thoth is so desperate to convey his messages even as a spirit.
Now, let me share Thoth's final message.
A message from Thoth. At the end of this book, a message from Thoth summarizes profound insights. The reason plants serve as the foundation for all creation lies in the concept of seeds present in this multidimensional universe. In the material world, seeds grow by absorbing sunlight, soil, and water, eventually blooming into flowers. In the higher dimensions, seeds grow by absorbing the vibrations of consciousness and sound. These seeds receive nourishment through spiritual neural pathways, eventually sprouting and blooming. Once a specific consciousness enters a plant, it retains that consciousness forever. Each pathway harbors a single consciousness, sent to one plant, and when combined with others, they create a multitude of things. The 144,000 higher beings involved in this spiritual scientific process possess wisdom, serenity, and profound silence. Every living creature holds a part of these beings' consciousness. Humans, in particular, contain all these consciousnesses. Humans select and use the necessary ones, but sometimes the signals get mixed up. Teachings from parents, education, and societal rules often become distorted, leading to further confusion. These teachings are passed down from generation to generation without thorough examination, often shaped by the intentions of the era's rulers. Plants are faithful to consciousness, and so are human bodies. The flowers that bloom are determined by the consciousness each individual holds. Children are born with seeds, and the consciousness imbued in them can turn their lives towards light or darkness. In the seventh dimension, new beings are continually being created. When the solar system enters an era of light, these new beings will be born and descend to Earth. Earthly plants exist for the benefit of all living creatures on the planet. Plants are manifestations of Earth's consciousness, and Thoth emphasizes that humans should live with, communicate with, and always be aware of plants. Plants emit vibrations of joy, and humans should join this circle of vibrations. Plants and animals are created to emit calmness, tranquility, and joy rather than anger or fear, which is the intention of higher beings to promote the growth of the human soul. Through this book, higher beings convey that everything is given to humanity. This is the reason why the Voynich Manuscript was left behind. Humans did not evolve from microorganisms. Just as perfect order and harmony evolved from chaos in the macrocosm, humans start from disordered molecules at conception, which then undergo cell division, with each cell finding its place to form the body. An infant's brain and consciousness also begin in chaos, and through various stimuli, the sense of self awakens, deepening the understanding and knowledge of the external world. This process allows for the growth of ordered cognition and thought, leading to higher consciousness. Human bodies and consciousness embody the evolution from chaos to order in the universe. This evolution is imprinted in each cell, with cells carrying the consciousness and memory of the macrocosm. Human growth is an experience of the universe's evolution, and through death, the body returns to the earth while the consciousness returns to the cosmos. This process is the journey of the child of the universe returning to the maternal source, indicating that the evolving soul already knows this. It is an understanding not of knowledge but of experience, emotion, and sensitivity. The phrase, "remember," refers to this. There is no need for debate over whether to believe or doubt the contents described. What matters is to introduce a new perspective into the consciousness of being alive. It is important to cherish experiences and emotions and to enhance awareness of refining sensitivity. Humans must not forget that they are on the path of evolution.
This book was full of wild stories. In the end, Thoth said humans need to evolve. But what does evolution actually mean?
It might mean Remembering. Humans originally have both lower and higher consciousness, so it's about remembering and using each part. Remembering things like love, forgiveness, and altruism might connect to the world Source wants to lead us to.
We're living in many collective dreams right now. We need to learn from each one and wake up from them.
The book says that seeking material success and wealth means you are still in a low-level collective dream. In reality, most of us have these desires, so we are all in the same dream. But the book doesn't say it's bad, just that it's a lower level of consciousness. It even says that having low-level desires is necessary for evolution.
So we are having the right desires and doing what we need to do?
In a way, yes. But the important thing is that while experiencing low-level consciousness is necessary, we must overcome it. It's a tough trial where you first fall and then have to climb back up.
Getting past these desires is really hard. The desire for success and wealth comes automatically. What happens if we can't escape this low-level world?
Since all humans are placed in this learning environment, higher beings probably won't just save us if we can't escape. It's like not letting a dangerous, unrepentant prisoner out of their cell.
So do we keep repeating the same things until we learn? Do higher beings lack compassion?
In a way, giving us a learning environment and the opportunity to grow is their compassion. Helping too easily or giving answers can hinder growth. If we can't clear this stage on our own, we likely can't handle the next one.
So if we don't want to suffer, we have to face suffering now and get out of it on our own.
Exactly. Staying in the same place might be easier, but if we lower our level, we might end up in an even lower dimension. The Bible talks about saving 1/3 of humanity. The criteria for salvation might not be success or wealth, but how much love and harmony we achieve.
So 1/3 of humanity meeting that criterion will move to the next stage. The remaining third will stay as they are, and the last third might even rank down.
It might be sorting out who can evolve, who stay the same, and who regress, each going to their appropriate place.
If this system is true, what would you do, Hand Kun?
I'd probably change nothing. Acting out of fear or death or desire to be saved won't lead us to real learning. Wanting to survive out of fear isn't true understanding. Some people might seek salvation from dubious enlightened ones or follow strict religious teachings without truly facing themselves. That seems off from the essence.
I see. We need to think for ourselves, using others' technique as references. If we can't make the answers our own, we won't truly realize them.
Exactly. This book has many intriguing ideas, but since I haven't experienced them, I won't change my actions. I'll continue absorbing information and thinking, waiting for hints to emerge from within.
But the idea of not surviving is scary.
Even if a major disaster wipes out most humans, survival isn't necessarily good, and dying isn't necessarily bad. We don't know the criteria for survival, be it physical strength, wealth, intellect, following a specific religion, or chanting prayers. Maybe the 1/3 who survive were those with unfinished learning. We won't know until the time comes, and we might die from reasons other than divine disasters, maybe in 30 years or even next week.
If I knew I'd die in a week, my view on life and death would change. I'd probably be kinder to others and see things differently, like the view from this window. Material desires might lose their meaning. Desires come from believing we'll live for a long time, clinging to life.
Changing actions out of fear of death and being swayed by others' opinion isn't right. It's better to envision how you want to die and what kind of person you want to be at that time. Living earnestly towards that goal might be the true way to live. Even if you die along the way, it means you've lived your own life, and there might be no regret.
That's right. The time when humans can learn, realize, and evolve is when they start to confront death.
So that's it for today. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button.
Our channel has grown from 3 to 100 subscribers. It's all thanks to you. Thank you so much.
We'll keep uploading videos like this, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. See you next time. Bye bye.